2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Here's Ali. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll go back to Ali. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Ravens at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Steeler defense, and they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Douglas. A throw left side, it's hauled in by Golden. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner, turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Ready, ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Ready. Operating from the gun, Douglas. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They created a nice sustained drive off the plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Operating from the gun, Douglas. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go, go!
Back to throw, Douglas. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
We're scoreless after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming.
Here we go, set. 60 by 6. Ready.
Looking to throw. Douglas. Complete to Washington. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing is Jackson. In out route, and he's got the connection to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. On third down, Ali. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Here's Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Into space at the 45. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here we go,
Prescott to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. He may go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now third down and very long.
Yeah, here we go.
Now Prescott. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. It's a pickup of 17 there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, the turnover fuss continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. That's taken in by Golden. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now Prescott. This one into the hands of Metcalf. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Straight ahead, ETN. There he goes, right side. Travis Etienne. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Jackson going to keep it. And he's got some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
105 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run with Etienne. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
They would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they? One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He'll find Metcalf. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Now Washington. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop it right at the line of scrimmage. And the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
From midfield now, here's Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Baltimore first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing. Prescott.
A short one there to Fireview.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On play action, Prescott.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Jackson now.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Washington.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Want to quit, ready?
On 1st down, it's a run with Ali. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Ali. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. T.J. Watt, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Etienne up the middle. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That's caught downfield. It's Golden.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Matthew Golden, 38 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. On his loop for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Ravens 21. Steelers.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time. And got his man complete. Look at the big fella go. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Pat Fryermuth, 82 yards. And the Steelers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
It's a gain of a yard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. To throw is Prescott.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It's taken to the 26. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Jackson going to keep it. Connection with Walker going across the formation. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard.
Jackson options out left. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
Here comes 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Jackson.
And he rifles one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
13.
Jackson to throw.
And Walker has it. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Here's a give to ETN.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Jackson going to keep it.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Throwing, Jackson.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Luke now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Steelers 24.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's first down. Now Prescott. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Pass caught. That's golden.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10.
47. Then we're going to 53.
Here's Prescott.
He's going to let it fly.
That is incomplete.
These are the spots this stage of the game where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 38-yard line.
What? 180! To what? 180! What is it?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.